So, so now again, thank you everybody, and I would like to share you this feeling technology, and I'm going to show you a couple of pictures to go through the process. So perhaps sometimes you can see there if you would like, and I need someone who play click click in the computer. So the most important thing for me is why I would like to share this feeling technology. And and this is because when I learn to integrate my emotions, I inner balance. I got my heart is pumping like. Can you put the next one, Gennaro, please? Thank you. A lot of fears appear suddenly. Yes. Okay. It doesn't matter why, but it is here, and it wants to be felt too. So, and I'm happy to share this with you too. So, I am sharing clarity, and you are going to understand why it is called sharing clarity in the number 7 of the 7 steps. So, can we change, Gennaro, please? Um, the first thing is from where it's coming from. This, and I would like just to say a little thing about me is that I could do a lot of things and I have success and I could make business. I studied business administration and I did business and everything was okay, and then I get boring, and then I wanted to be an actor and I could be an actor and I was also boring later. And there was a lot of stuff in myself that I never feel complete. And I was very good in escape from emotions. I was always feeling something and I was trying to escape. And the life one day created a situation that I couldn't escape more. I call this like a chessmate. The life say, okay, Gaston, now it's time that you start to feel. And my own story is not important, but what is important for me to share with you is that what I felt when these things happened to me. And I felt a lot of anger, and I felt a lot of frustration, and I felt like a victim, and I couldn't handle it anymore. It was so high, the pressure inside, that I wanted to take people from here. So perhaps you have some situation also that you have this feeling, and this is the common point that I would like to share with you. Um, had no chance. I have to take care of my emotions. Otherwise, I would be doing a lot of wrong things in my life. So I started to work on them, and I had the luck when I visit some seminars and workshops that one guy told me, because I was always telling a story, and everybody was saying, "Oh, really? The life, you know, you are a poor guy, you are a victim," and everybody was confirming my pattern that I was a victim. No, I person who said to me, "Gaston, it's not the story, it's not what's going on behind you, around you. It's the way you see this." And for the people that we did the workshop, I show you this. And the guy told me, "Gaston, when you realize that you are seeing the reality through these glasses, through these patterns, and you can do this and see them, then you are free. You are no victim anymore." And I remember when this guy told me this, I wanted to punch him because it was so obvious that I was a victim, because everybody confirmed that. And he was the only guy, he didn't say that I was a victim. He said, "It's only this, Gaston. You need to work figure out how to see your patterns." And some part of me realized that if I change it, if I put other colors, the things here in my body change. So something start to make sense for me, and I say, I have to explore this more and more and try to understand what's going on inside of me. So I started this journey, and I would like to invite you tonight to be open for new possibilities. And you don't believe me what I say, just feel it. When I work with people, I don't work in this part, I work here. I love to work here. I love to connect people, to feel people, because there is a lot of information between us. And can we go to the next one, Gennaro? And well, when I started to work in all these things, after 9 years of working hard, integrating my emotions, one day my body asked me, I get nourishment. So my body told me, you don't need to eat more. And it sounds crazy, and I thought that I was like ill or something like that, but I couldn't eat. The body say, at this moment, you are on the emotional level centered. You are on the mental level much clearer. And we need now that you stop putting a lot of rubbish in your body. So I didn't knew anything about Breatharian or all these kind of things that we are sharing here. And I started to search because I thought I was ill, or there was something wrong. And I had luck to make this documentary, Living on Light, that some of you sure saw it already. And I knew Yas Mohin, and then I was so happy to see people, my whole body say, this. It says for me, don't go fasting, because with fasting, you are going to go like this. You're going to be weak. So you need to develop this way to get nourishment from the subtle way. And I did myself the 21 days with the book of Yasmohin at home. And I did it in January 2014. And since then, I only drinking liquids. I'm not going to talk about my process because I share it here in 2007, and there is a video of that, all how was my 21 days process. So you can see it when, if you're interested. For me, it's much more important to share the 7 steps of the feeling technology. Now, so what happened after this change in that I stopped eating or I stopped taking solid food because I'm drinking, I still getting nourishment, juices, my body started to feel lighter. Before I was more like this, but now I am a little bit thinner, but much more flexible. And my body say, well, you need to start to be barefoot, to get the energy from the nature, to do exercise, to move more. I never move so much. I am a dancer, but I never train or something like that. And then the body start, you need to do these things, that thing, have fun. And I started to do acrobatics. And I learned my back flip when I was 43 years old. And it was amazing because it was just so fun doing all these kind of things. I felt like a child again. When I was 18, I had fear to do backflip, and now I can do it. So I'm getting a lot of energy on that. And then, short story, I did it triathlons without training also. So my body told me, if you feel me, I'm going to show you the way how you can do things. But please, don't push me. My body doesn't want that and my life before was pushing and pushing and pushing. And then I realized that my best friend is here. And my best friend told me, I am going to be with you till your last breath. So please listen to me. And I have no mouth to talk, but I have sensations that you can get. Please learn my language. And now we are a team. You know, it's not myself alone. It's physical body, emotional body, mental body. We are all together, and unconsciousness. We are all together doing these things or living this 3-dimension all together and having fun. So, these pictures took my daughter when I was playing with her in the park. She said to me, "Daddy, may I make you some pictures? You're having fun?" I say, "Yes, of course." She loves to make me picture when I'm champagne or doing this stuff. So when all these kind of physical things start, I start to share with people. My friends say, you cannot hold it for yourself, you have to share this. So I started to do videos, and the people start to invite to some places like here to share all this experience. But although these physical things, they are things that you can see, the biggest pleasure that I have is this calmness, this relax, this more inner space. And so this is what I would like to share with you, and we are going to go these 7 steps together. So what happened since then, I was just sharing this already in 9 countries, in 4 languages, 2 continents. And why I tell you this, because when I discovered this feeling technology, I say, well, that works for me, but what happened with other people? What happened with people who has other patterns? You know, the Italians, the French people, the American people, the South American people. It's going to work with them? And you know what my experience was, it's amazing that it doesn't matter where you come from. All of us, we have unconscious patterns, you know, this, that they are in the unconscious, and they create contractions in the body. And say, well, okay, people also that we did it with people that they have no money. And last October I was in New York with someone who has a hedge fund, a CEO who managed $4 billion. It's very, very big guy. And he took also sessions, and he asked me, Gaston, can you help me to feel because my girlfriend left me? And I asked him, where do you feel it? And he felt in the same place that you and me, you know, here in the heart. It's so painful. So what I realized is it doesn't matter our origin, it doesn't matter from where we got the patterns. All the patterns manifest in this part of the body. So we need to learn what to do with this. So actually, as I told before, the feeling technology is a tool that helps you to integrate your emotions in order to liberate your potential. The word integration, it's very important because all my life I was trying to take it out, my emotions, trying to heal myself. When I was angry, I didn't want to feel my anger. And I was frustrated. And I did a lot of rituals. And I visited a lot of healers. And I pray a lot. God and angels and all the divinity from the insides. But nobody and nothing can take out my pain in my body. So, and also when I was angry, the people was telling me, all you need is love. And I say, what the I don't need love. I want to punch someone in the face. So please don't bother me with all you need is love, 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 love. It's all you need. I say no. Bah! A rap. You know? And I also try to say, oh, you have to forgive these people. Do Ho'oponopono. I tried, but I couldn't rid of my anger. So the only thing that I could do is integrate it inside of me. So, well, this is when I was sharing a conference in Argentina. Let's see the next one. So we are going to start with the first station. And this is very important station because when the people come to me, they always share a story. I say, Gaston, my wife did this, or my partner, or my father's, or there's always a story. And always that there is people and there is relationship between people, you are going to feel emotions. It's inherent, it's always there. So, and I learned that, or perhaps you think the same thing, the emotions are negative or positive, or the emotion is fear or love, and we want to escape from that. And what I realized is that when I was there with this mental structure, I couldn't change. So I said, what if I find something that it is much clearer for me? What I discover in myself is that all the emotions, it doesn't matter which emotion it is, generates two body sensations, only two. It's like the life is like a binary system. You can only feel two things, a contraction or an expansion. So, of course, when we feel expansion, so we say, oh, this is so beautiful, I am in love, everything is flowing, I love this, I love that. But what we do when we have a contraction? We don't want to feel the contraction. So we were trained to heal us. We were trained to do something that to put it out. We can do or we can try, but the contraction is going to come back again because it is registered in our unconscious. There are some patterns. So then I realized a second thing, that all of us, we are beautiful beings, draped in patterns, draped in mental structure. It feels like this. My being is, I want just to expand, but there, I am in a cave, and the cave is this mental structure that I have. And when my being wants to expand this mental structure, this is the pain that I feel in my body. Is this, I want to be free from this. So I start to see life instead of positive or negative or fear or love, just to understand what's going on here inside of me. It's a contraction or expansion. And the most difficult thing for me, perhaps for you too, is just that the people are guilty outside. Do you feel this too? Do you have this feeling that when you have some contraction or something here, is someone doing something to you? Or not? No, no? No. Okay. What I realized that I was trying to change the people outside. And for me it was like just shaving. So I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I see my beard. I didn't want to have my beard, but I shaved the mirror. I was just putting the shampoo there, and I was trying to shave the mirror, and then I put more shampoo, and then put more shampoo, and shave again. It was always there, the beard, until I didn't change the direction, and I did like this, and I shaved here, in me, the beard was still there. So this is what I also learned. I cannot shave the mirror. I need to take care of this. So this whole story with the feeling technology is not for everybody. It's just for people who say, yes, I would like to take the responsibility of my emotions. A lot of, when the people say, oh, Gaston, this is the bad person outside, or this is the guy with bad energy, I cannot do anything. I say, I'm sorry. But if you are ready to feel your emotion with consciousness, I can be with you, and you can feel it, and you can integrate it. All of us, we can do that. Make sense what I'm saying, or it's... are you sleeping? Oh, because you look so quiet. Oh, it's too much wind. I don't know, the wind, the things. I'm getting a little... Can we go next, please? Okay. So which station is the second station? So it is clear that we are not guilty people outside, correct? So if we feel it, I ask the person, okay, where do you feel it? And the people say here. Okay, if you feel here, it's yours. It's not from the other person. So we need to start to do something together. So, okay, there's no guilt. Then, how do you feel? And the people, because the people say to me, oh, Gaston, she makes me this, she makes me angry, my girlfriend. And I say, well, would you like to change it? And to say, I feel angry, or she abandons me, poor me, poor me. And I say, well, we can change it also. We can put, I feel abandoned. And then we can start to do something. We get the power back. When there is no more guilty people outside, we can start to get the power back for us. So there is like there the motion formula. So let's go, Shinato, to the next one, please. The motion formula is the old pattern that Gaston had. It was A was someone doing something, saying something to me, and I get an emotion, C, A equals C. So I was dependent. You know, I expand or laugh, or I get angry or sad. So in this formula, the solution, I am a victim always. So I need to say, wow, what I have to do to be free for this formula. And the freedom is if I put something else in the formula, if I understand to do something else. So let's go to the next one, please. Okay, this was last year here when I was explaining the formula. So we act here on the stage. So let's go with Luigi and Joel. Let's go to the next one, please. Thank you. So this is the B part. And the B part is this mental structure. So if I can do something in the B part, in the mental structure, I don't need to touch A. I don't need to change people. You know, it's like trying to complain or trying to manage the weather. You cannot manage people. You can manipulate people, of course, if you would like. But it's you put a lot of energy, and it's better if you change your mental structure and what they are doing in your system, and you are free. You can change the result. You can go from the contraction to an expansion. So let's go to the next one, please. So first station is ability. There is no guilt outside. Second station, it's what do you feel? Third station, because the people start to say the story, I ask, where do you feel in the body? Can you locate it? How do you know that you are angry, or how do you know that you are sad? Where do you feel it? And most of us, we feel it in three parts: here in the throat, or in the chest, or in the stomach. If you pay attention your whole life, you feel expansion or contraction here. You put a level, you say, oh, is this emotion, or is this, or is that? But it's a contraction here or here. So I asked the person, it is a pressure, nails, you know, how it feels in the body. We're going to change because perhaps it's better. Thank you. Third microphone. Now I feel like a singer. No. Just relax. If you put music, I start dancing. But no, I don't. I'm trying to feel now. I feel also when I dance a lot. I like all this stuff. But no. I am serious right now. Okay, coming back to the things. So, when you have a problem, just make it short and quick because everybody's laughing. It's sleeping. So, no story. I don't want to listen any story from you. If you come to me and say something, I ask you, what do you feel? Where do you feel? And you need to check where it is located. You have 3 spots, you get it, and you, as better I just describe it, the body sensation, it's easier to leave the people relax because you are concentrated here. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is also very important. You know this picture with the iceberg, correct? It's 80% below the water, 20% above the water. So this is our consciousness. So we can only understand 20%. 80%, it's below the water. So we need to dive inside of us because this 80% is running our life. So we need to understand the patterns that are there. So I say to people, Why are you looking for the origin? Why are you looking, oh, it's, Gaston, it's my father did this when I was a child. My father never said this to me. I was one of that because my father never recognized myself. And he also said to me that I am very sensitive and I'm never going to be a good businessman. And that hurts me a lot. When I was 18, it took me 20 years to heal this pain, But now I am staying here because of the feeling. And the feeling is my strength. My vulnerability is my power. Before I thought that my power was just punching or being hard or doing a lot of stuff. But now being vulnerable is my power. I love that. Why is my power? Not because I am Superman. No. It's because I have no problem to show what I'm feeling. And I feel so free. Like yesterday in the meditation, I planned to talk half an hour and I couldn't talk at all. I was so touched inside. I felt a lot of emotions that my heart was bumping and my throat was like choked. I could put my face like this and I can talk like this and say, oh, I'm okay. And I tried to say something and you say, what's going on with this guy? He's not coherent at all. The only thing that I could say is, I feel this. And I can only tone. And it was cool, the toning yesterday. Some of you were here, were yesterday, huh? It was cool. I really enjoyed it too. It was so nice. Yes, it was nice. So, what I also realized, that this part of the body, I call it like a smart body. Why smart body? Because most of you have a smartphone, okay? And can you imagine utilizing your smartphone only for talking? You have a very beautiful machine to get a lot of information in your cell phone, and you utilize just for talking, And this is what we are doing with our body. We just have this part of the body to take a bath, or to carry the head, and to have the arms. But we don't read it, what we have. So we are losing, losing is German, English? I don't know. Losing is English. We are losing the possibility to get information from our smartphone, our smart body. So what we are doing today is just learning how to download the apps that we can read inside of us. And they are for free. So if you have internet, you can download the apps. So this is an app that I am sharing with you, the feeling technology. So, next please. What is? This is a very good one. I put this because a lot of people say, oh, Gaston, you want that I feel? Why should I feel it? I don't want. I develop a lot of strategy to escape. If I feel this and I don't want, I take this, or I eat, or I take drugs, or sex, or work, or sport, or whatever you do, just not to feel. And I say, you're right. I did the same. I escape always. I say, don't worry, keep doing. It's going to be one moment. It's like when you have in your shoe a stone, and it's a little one, and don't disturb you so much, so you keep walking, and you see, oh, there is a stone here, but you keep walking, and you feel it, but it's bothering you, but not so much, but you can keep walking, until the moment that it's so big, the pain, that you're like this, and you have to stop, and take out your shoes, and take care of the stone in your shoes, in your feet, okay? So I say to people, don't worry, it's not mature. It's going to be a moment that you're going to feel your chestmate. You're going to feel your break-even point. You're going to feel that everything fall down and you cannot go anymore. And then you're going to start. And suddenly, when this starts in all of us, an inner yes. And this inner yes is, please, I want to feel, just to see what is going on here. So don't push yourself. If you can escape, escape. But I see you in the end. I leave you my telephone number, so when there's chessmate, I say, Gaston, can you feel with me? Of course. All of us, we are here for sharing our feelings. So, what I invite people, okay, there is a good reason for this. Because sometimes our fear is so big, or our pain is so big, that we have panic to feel. All of us, panic. Some people develop also a capability not to feel at all. Some people say, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything, Gaston. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. And they don't feel because they unplug for this part of the body, So we need to start to respect also these mechanisms that help us to survive, not to feel. And then we start to feel again with consciousness, but step by step. And what I invited people is just, when you go to the pain or when you go to the fear, you start to feel only 10 seconds. It's like, feel it. It's like you are taking something hot in the hand and your unconscious reaction is throw it away, but you can hold it just. It's like, it's just, we start to feel little seconds the pain, and we allow the pain come inside of us. And then what happens is we start to feel more expansion. Let's go to the next one, please. And when we start to feel the expansion, this is also other conference, more people. Next one. So when we start to feel the expansion, we realize, we were doing yesterday with someone here, say, Gaston, I have this situation with my father, and I want that he do something, whatever it is. And I say, what do you feel if your father doesn't do these things? Oh, I feel anger. Where? Here. Would you like to feel it with me? 10 seconds. And the pressure were there, and we start to breathe, and then start to relax again. And then say, oof, it is relaxed. And then they say, could you like to check again? What happened if your father don't do these things? Oh, I feel sadness now. Where? Where do you feel it? I feel it here, Gaston, in my throat. Would you like to feel it? It's very important that we always ask, would you like to feel it? Because we need to respect everybody. We cannot push people feeling. I don't want that someone push to me to feel. But we can ask, would you like to feel it? If the person say yes, I feel with you together. I put my body to resonate with you and to feel your pain in my body. I am open for you. And we feel it together. And say, well, okay, that's cool. So how you do that? And this is the number 5. This is the emotional integration. And what it means, so how I can do it, Gaston? It is very simple. It's just put your consciousness, feel it in the body. Don't try to take it out. No. And I need to show you something here. Close your eyes. I have some friends that I brought with me. They're always with me. Some people know this from the last year. They came to me on the stage and we shared the stage together. So this is very important also. When I felt my contraction, I feel it, I breathe and expand. And the contraction, whatever it is, whatever do you have, is like, for example, here in your chest is something that is pressing. And instead of trying to put it out, let it talk to you. Do you know why? Because these emotions wants to talk with you. Hi, I am the emotion from Gaston. What? What are you doing here? Well, I would like to be felt too. It's a nice people here. Oh, look at this. Okay. So, it's a part of you that is trying to connect with you. Gaston. What? Tell them. What? That they have to listen to us. Okay. Well, it's very important. Gaston. What? Tell them now. Okay. If you pay attention, my friend actually is like a little Gaston that feels hurt. Yes. Do you feel hurt? Yes. Do you feel abandoned? Yes. Do you want that Papa take care of you? No. Do you want that Mama take care of you? No. What do you want? I want that you take care of me. You, Gaston. Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that before. Yes, I know. You were so busy doing your stupid stuff, dancing and all this stuff. I know. Yes. And you know what? You know what I had to do with Gaston? That he pay attention to me? No. Should I show you? I'm asking the people. Should I show you? Okay, I have to tell him, Gaston! So, only this, he pay attention to me. That was the only way. He was trying to talk and I was doing like... And you know what he was doing? He was trying to put me out. That's true. I didn't want to feel these things here. And I was doing like this. And all this stuff, you know, this pushing out things that I feel inside of my body cost a lot of energy. A lot of energy, a lot of energy. So when I accepted it, yes, what happened? This part of me, yes, give me energy. I start to understand them because they are connected to us. It's part of us. But this is a part of us that we don't understand. If we start to understand the language, the only possibility that they have is to talk with us through the body. So we need to pay attention to them, you know? So a lot of people love pets, you know, or animals, but they don't pay attention to their own body, to the little ones. It's a little bit difficult to talk two persons with one microphone. I need to think a lot. I'm sorry. It's the technical stuff didn't support all my thing. Anyway, so, well, anyway, that's the idea. Do you get it? Yes, okay. So pay attention to little ones, you know? I am sure that you have these little things inside of you waiting for you, that they want to be felt from you. Okay? What else? There is no need. There is no need to understand why. I lost a lot of time and energy trying to understand from where is coming from this. I don't know you, but I ask a lot of people reading me and telling me and doing a lot of things. But then I realized that instead of trying to understand why these things is happening or who did it to me, I just feel it. You know, you need to be humble with yourself, and not to make a lot of story. You need to be open for these little things that we have inside of us. And I tell you one little thing that helps me to understand also these things. It's like, imagine that you are living in a small house, and there is a lot of people, one room, okay, one room house, and when you wake up in the morning, there's a lot of people outside trying to come inside the room. So you open the door to go out, and there's a lot of people there, and they want to come in, and you say, oh, you close again the door. So all these people, it's you too. All this energy is your energy too. So we need to allow this energy come inside the house. The problem that we have just a little house. We have no space for all these emotions. So we need to start to develop space for our emotions. We need to start to expand our consciousness and to let them in. So the suggestion with the emotion, with the feeling technology, is just take your next emotion, open the door, let it in, feel it, this fear, whatever it is, and it's like you create a second room in your house for this emotion. And then this emotion say, thank you, Gaston, that you allowed me to be also inside. It was so cold to be outside your consciousness. Hmm. Hmm. I am feeling that I am speaking here, just sharing concepts. It's a little bit difficult for me right now just to feel and share because of the wind and the technique, and I don't like to share things without feeling. So I just need just one moment to come back here to feel. Hmm. It feels like I just want to share. I don't want to do it longer. Just I want to share that when I start to feel my emotions with consciousness, everything starts to change. That's all. All the stuff is fine and all the things, but I would like to invite you just for this. Don't try to take it out. Just give a chance to feel it with consciousness and to give your body. It's like surrender to the feeling, and this part of you is going to come back home. And this same energy that was creating the contraction, it is the same energy that nourishes you. This is what happened to me. This is what I realized. That's the whole story. And and it feels a little bit sad that we learn that we don't have to feel contractions, because in each contraction there is a treasure for us. In each contraction there is energy that wants to come back home. In each contraction there is pain or sadness, that we were trying to ask people to do something for us because I don't feel seen or I don't feel loved enough. And we are trying to get things for people instead of just feeling the pain with consciousness of not being loved or of not being seen. And when we do this, the whole system reorganizes. This is the story of what I would like to share with you. And the number 5, the station number 5 is just feel, breathe, and expand. It's not an special breathing. You can utilize the technique that you know, but it's just breathe with consciousness. Breathe with a yes. Breathe with open arms and say, come on, come back home. I'm sorry, this little part of me, this little Gaston, that I didn't pay attention a lot of years, you know. So it's like I am hugging my little Gaston, and I say, I know that you feel hurt, or you feel not seen, or feel not understood. I am going to understand you. I am going to be here for you. Me, myself, my consciousness today. And we start to pick up all our pieces back home. And of course, this emotional integration is not one thing that you do only one time and you are done. It's just like a loop. You keep feeling, and you keep feeling. And the good thing, my experience is the good thing from that is like when you put, it's like a puzzle, when you put one part of you back home in the right place, this little part, this situation, don't disturb you anymore in the future. So we learn step by step, put the pieces of ourselves back home. And suddenly there was a lot of confusion, a lot of pieces that make no sense here. As I start to put one beside the other, I can start to see a clear picture. I start to have clarity of myself, what's going on in my system. So we go to the next one, and this is the number 6, and this is what is my need. Do you remember I told you that I was very angry and I wanted to punch people? Until I didn't accept my anger, I couldn't go deeper. First was anger. I couldn't feel love at all. It was anger and contraction. So I have to allow this anger to stay in my body and to feel it like and allow this energy go through my whole muscles and breathe. And I didn't need to punch people or to break everything. It was just this allowness to feel this energy inside the system. And then when I felt all of it, start pain. Below the anger, usually there is a lot of pain that we cannot see because it's behind the anger. And because of we don't want to feel the anger, we cannot see the pain. So it's like diving in the emotion. It's like jumping in a swimming pool full of shit. Nobody wants to jump in, you know? Everybody wants to go to the wellness or to the sauna or to the massage, oil massage. But nobody wants to say, Gaston, this is a pool full of shit. I say, well, I am here ready to dive with you, So I put the things here, I put my thumbs here and say, I'm ready. And I shampoo. And I shampoo with the person. Why I can shampoo with a person? Because I already know my own pool full of shit. And I was diving inside of it. And I discover that if I go deep enough, there is clear water below. There is clear water. But I'm looking the clear water outside, you know, but it is below, so I need to go there. So that is why I have no problem to share my body with people and to feel people that feels this pain, because I know that there is other thing below. And you know what? It is so funny because when I am working, also in finance or whatever, comes someone very angry because they don't got the contract or whatever, and say to me, Gaston, I want. And for me, now, before it was like, I shoot back, you know. But now, what I can see in the person is the anger, and I can see the pain below the anger, and I can see his need below the pain. Because if he doesn't get this, then he doesn't get the money, and then he has to pay things and all this stuff. And all this sequence I can see in the person. Why? Because I am a superhuman visionary? No, because I jump in the shitty swimming pool, and I know here. I am clear with myself. And when you start to work in yourself, you develop like an inner map that then when you connect with people, you can read people. And it doesn't matter what the people say to you. Oh, I have no problem, Gaston. And you feel, I say, okay, if it is okay for you. But I can feel that you have some pain. No, I'm okay. Okay, good, it's okay. You cannot push, but you can offer that the people, or some people when they get angry come shouting to me, and I say, I understand your pain. The people stop and say, how you know that? Because I feel it, you know? So we are open, we can read the other people if we read ourselves, you know? So I invite you to dive in your shitty swimming pool. At the beginning, it doesn't smell so good. That's true, you know, and feels a little bit. But then you get used to, and start to get more clear and clear and clear. Okay, this is the number 6. And when you go below all this stuff, this is also important that I realize in myself. Anger, a lot of anger, frustration, violence, everything. Below them, pain. And below of that, the needs. So, I say to the people, go all the steps. Do your integration. And after the integration, ask your body, which is your need. And your body is going to tell you. But don't try to go to see your need before. Because if I have a need, I want to do something to satisfy my need. And this invitation, it's a little bit different. If you discover your need, I invite you to feel this need without covering it. Feel it till the end. Allow this need press in your body till the end, and then observe what happened. And one thing more. Some of you feel sadness. Sometimes. Sadness? No. If you feel sadness, you can do like this. You don't need to raise your hand because everybody's going to see, but you can smile. Enough. Thank you for the smiling. Yes, okay. So I do these things with my daughter too. My daughter, when he was 10, he came at home and said, "Daddy, I feel sad." And the old Gaston wanted to pick her up and say, "Oh, don't worry, Schatz. Schatz is in German, sorry. Don't worry, my darling. Hey, don't feel sad." No, I asked her, 10 years old, "Would you like to feel it?" And she said, "Yes." "Would you like that I feel your sadness with you?" And she said, "Yes, Daddy." Okay, so sit there. I'm going to sit here, and we're going to feel it together. And she did it. And I asked her, "Where do you feel it?" And she said, "Here." Okay, let it press it. Press your throat. So when she allowed this, she started to cry. And she cried, and I connect with her, and I felt the pressure in my throat too. But I didn't jump on her. I let her to do her process. A couple of minutes later, she said, and I asked again, "How do you feel?" She said, "Oh, it's much better." "Do you feel the pressure?" She said, "No, not more." And I say, "Okay, would you like that I hug you?" And she said, "Yes." So I give her a hug after the integration. Why is so important that we do these things with children? Because in this case, I am giving her the opportunity to be independent, not depend on Daddy, that, "Oh, Daddy, I'm sad. Could you do could you do me?" She do that things too. But you know, when she is sad, she's learning how to empower herself. We are empowering women like this, or men, it doesn't matter, children's that they can take care of themselves. You know, because when she is older, she's going to be a woman, and she's going to ask her husband or boyfriend to take care of her sadness. And the poor boyfriend say, "What? I have to take care of your sadness?" No. So she learned this too. So this is why for me it's so important to share these things to you. And after this, I told you we have 7. Okay. Half an hour still? 20 minutes. Ooh. Okay. So I told you we have 7 steps. The first steps is that we jump out from the society, from the story, from the people, and we say, "I'm going to take care of my feelings." The same say that my daughter did. "I'm going to take care." We go like a cocoon in the process. We do the integration, we locate it, we breathe, we make space, and we put it in. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And then you're going to feel that you are expanding. And the number 7 is that you can share your space with other people. Can we go with the next one? The last one is sharing clarity. When you start to be clear, you can come back to the society, you can come back to your friends, to your family, to the people who did to you something and you got contractions, but in this moment you have more inner space. So the contraction is dissolved. And then you can share your space with the people that you love, or with the people that you work with, or with your partner, or whatever, whoever you are with. You start to share your clarity. And this is the way that we can share clarity, all of us. We don't need to say, "This is wisdom, this is not wisdom, this is what you have to do." No, I am here available for you, to feel with you. So this is the 7 steps. And I would like to say, "Gaston, this is so cool, but I would like to try it." So would you like to do some little exercise? Or are you sleeping? No? Okay, just first of all of you, check here, this part. Check if there is some little thing pressing you. Perhaps is, oh, I saw this beautiful woman, and I have fear to tell her that I feel attracted, for example. Oh, I'm seeing this guy. It's disgusting. Whatever it is, just start to check. And if you have some feeling. So if you get something, you can raise your hand. Say, I feel something, I feel something. They have something. Okay, good, great. So these little parts that you have and they are talking there, they want to be felt. Okay. Would you like 5, 6 people? Would you like to come here and we do it together? The integration, if you would like, you get it for free. I don't put it in the package, so you get the integration in your body and you go back home with your integration. So come on, everybody who wants to do it. And we're going to, how much minutes do we have? 15. Okay. There is a lot of little things. Thank you. Okay. Just we can put all of this just watching the people there. So we can do it all together. If you don't have the guts to come here on stage, but you still feel it, you can feel it there. Don't worry. These people had the guts to feel it. Okay. So what we are going to do is just 1 second. Is just I'm sorry I'm giving because you didn't come here. They are more important now. Just go here and feel this contraction and get it. And tell me when you feel it. I don't need the story. Just I need that you located it in your body. Okay, you get it? You get it? Okay, just some of you tell where do you feel it in your body and how it feels. Microphone, Gennaro.
No battery.
No battery.
Ich fühle es in der Kehle und es ist ein Druck.
Okay. I feel it in my throat and it's a pressure. Someone else.
I was wanting to experiment, but I was crying a lot, and now I don't feel the pressure.
You can just stay without the pressure. Do you feel something?
Well, a little bit the same, I think, because my legs are trembling, so it feels like the energy is already running.
Okay.
So
Is there some contraction?
it's like here in my legs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Shaking.
already.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yes, as well. Contraction in the throat, a little lower on the chest.
Can you give a name of that? Do you know what is that? If it is something special?
It's a grief.
Grief.
I would call.
Okay. And how it feels?
It's like a stuck nod of energy.
It's a knot. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are going to feel that the knot go tight. So let it pressure. Yes, but you can feel it. Go. So each of us go in the pressure here. So I would like to listen to you two, and then we go all together inside.
Yeah, I feel it here, and it's really strong. Like
In the stomach.
yeah, here.
Okay. It's warm or it's just pressing?
Yes, pressing.
Pressing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really strong.
Okay. Now I would like to. And what do you feel? You? Yes. What do you feel? In the throat? Also pressure? Okay. Okay. So now I will let it, all of you feel it and allow this pressure press more. Just for 10 seconds. Breathe. and feel a yes. Say to this little part of you, this is the first time that I am taking care of you, but you can come in and you can express yourself through this physical manifestation, through this contraction pressure. You are welcome. And just breathe and let it press more, 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 more. Very good. Let it more. And open and expand and let it in. Very good. If you feel fear of feeling it, invite the fear also, all together. It's allowed, everything is okay. The fear, it's okay. The pain, it's okay. The grief, it's okay. Very good. Let it happen. Don't stop it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Keep breathing. Very good. And let it pressing. If you go to the mind, come back to the body and connect with this part of you who wants to be felt. Okay. It's okay. Would you like to share? What do you feel?
This is actually the worst part because it's about communication.
Well, we can train.
So the worst part is actually standing in front of people talking.
Okay. So, could you help us, please? Could you look at her like this? Look at her. I want everybody looking at her, and we are going to integrate together. So we are going to stay here. Open your feet like this. And it is here in the throat. Where do you feel it?
Yeah.
Here. Okay. Let it press and look the people there. And let your throat press. And breathe. Don't do anything. Just breathe. Very good. Let it press. Let it press. And breathe. And open. And look at the eyes of the people. And they are judging you. All of you, all of them.
No, they're not.
I don't care.
No.
I don't care. It's a mental structure.
No, I don't.
Don't bother.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
It doesn't matter what you say.
It's more this. I I want to express myself, but every time I try to do so, now I feel it up here.
Yes. So let's feel it again. Let's feel it again. Shut up. Feel it again. And let the pressure go till the end. Let's go. Like, and you are there.
Now I'm shivering.
If we're going to die, we die here. We die here.
But I'm not afraid of you.
Okay.
It's like myself.
Okay. So let's feel it. Let's
My
feel
mind. I know it's in my mind, and I know it's.
It doesn't matter.
And I'm actually going to meet a person which is very important to me for many years, and the worst thing is actually this communication part, and he was sort of the part which opened my in 2010.
Okay, I don't need the story.
Yeah. And
So let's say that this person is here and you want to communicate. Just feel the contraction. The important is go back to the body.
this person is like everywhere,
Everywhere. Okay?
everywhere in every one of you,
Okay.
and in me.
Would you like to feel it? The difficult to talk?
Mm.
Would you like to feel it in the body?
To feel it.
Yes.
Mm.
The contraction.
Yeah, but it's not there now. It's in my legs. I'm shaking.
Okay, it's good. You change. So let it shake. You don't need to do anything. Let it shake.
Yes.
Just feel it. Don't think. Just feel it and shake. And shake. Feel it. Very good. And breathe. Very good. And open. Open. Just feel it. Very good. Again. Breathe.
Now it comes again.
Yes.
I once went to a singing course to learn to sing, but I wasn't able to open my mouth, and all I wanted to do was sing.
Okay.
It's so weird.
Okay.
But I'm trying to meet everything, and that's why I'm going there too. But like I've done,
Okay.
do so many things to challenge my own fears,
Okay.
which are in my mind.
Okay. Yes. So,
But
what do you feel now?
better.
Better.
Mm.
Okay. Do you feel like more space, or what do you? It's better. How it feels better?
I don't feel tears.
Okay.
It's like switch.
Like switch.
Yeah,
Nice.
I experienced that a lot. So now I'm like full of tears, and then suddenly
Okay.
nothing,
Okay.
no feeling at all.
Okay.
Like I'm a robot in a computer game.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
So thank you
Thank you.
for sharing. Someone would like to share? How is? Sorry?
I would like to ask something.
You have to ask? Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask, like this way for me, it is like you are helping us to take care of each other in a way, of our emotions. And but I wonder also, like for example, now I was very sad and I didn't even, I don't know, it was like my body went to get support in somebody else,
Ah, yes.
and that was very good.
Yes.
So lately I'm discovering more and more that how important it is to trust others
Yes.
to feel better, really deep.
Yes.
But you show something that is like, okay, stay with yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And my question is that
It's a very good question, huh? It's a very good one.
my question is
What should
when
what-
you are
What should I do? Should I look for a hack, or should I feel it alone? That's the question.
something like that,
Okay.
something like that.
This is a very important question. And the answer is you can do both. Both. There is no right thing, there is no bad thing. You can do both. You can have the responsibility that if I would like to be hugged, so I see Shubiri, I say, oh, she's so beautiful, I would like that she hugs me. So I go there because of my need of being hugged, and I do like this. And if I am conscious, there is no problem, because I feel my need of being hugged, and I tell her, Shubiri, one part of me, the little child, the little Gaston, wants to be hugged. Could you hug me, please?
Yes.
But I am conscious, and I am sharing clarity with her. I need a hug, and please hug me. When I was doing my exercise, when I started doing this work, the person in front of us, like this, said, what do you need, Gaston? I need a hug from my father. My father never ever hugged me, and it was so painful for me. So he told me, choose the biggest man that you find in the group and ask him for a hug. And I choose a beer. He was like, and I say, please, could you hug me? And the guy went to the floor like this and say, come on, son. And when he took me, I was like, wow. I cry and I cry and I cry. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I was thirsty for a hug. But I went with consciousness. I went clear. And what I did before I was unconscious of this hug. And what I was doing, I was just running behind all the women. Could you hug me? Could you hug me? I was trying to pick up women and women and women and women. I have how much women I can have in my life, and I would like to feel better. I would like to feel like a man. But actually it was the little child trying to be hugged. Woo. So do you understand? Do you get it? It is clear?
Yes,
We-
very clear. Thank you.
We need to be clear. And I tell you something, this is a little bit personal. I have good luck that the camera is not recording. I was in one workshop one day. Don't tell anybody. I was sitting in a chair like this, and no, put the camera. When I finish. I was sitting in the chair, and came a woman and sat down here with a leg like here and here, no? I was sitting there, and she came like this. And she took me like this, and I was, woo. And she was like, I feel attracted to you, Gaston. Okay? I said, woof. And in that moment, that when she sat here, I I felt. I always feel. If I don't feel, I don't move. And when I felt father energy. It wasn't man energy. It was fatherly, from a father. And in that moment, when I realized that she had this energy, I did like this. I picked her legs up. I closed her legs. I sat down here again. I took her head and I put her head here. And I hugged her as my daughter. And she started to cry. Why I could do this? Because of the bear who hugged me before. Because of the man gave me the possibility to hug me as a father, I understood that all of us, we have little kids inside, little girls and little boys, you know? And after this feeling, she cried, and then she said to me, "Thank you, Gaston, that you didn't have sex with me. Thank you. Because if I could have sex with her in that moment, she would feel like a violation because it was a girl. Although she was very tall and very beautiful woman, the feeling in that moment, it was a girl. So I had to take the responsibility with what I feel in order not to make more confusion in people. And also women, you know, men and women, we have to be clear ourselves. When we feel attracted to someone, and sometimes we confuse the attraction. What? Time? Oh. It's it's my passion, yes. Okay. Oh. Forget it. Well, we have a lot of wind. So, what I can tell you quickly, I have a beautiful poem that I would like to share with you, but the camera is out, so I cannot show you. I wanted to see you this. I hope that you feel your emotion with consciousness. And if you would like to join us, we are a family training, and we do 7 days workshop, 6 hours a day, feeling the emotions. So please, the next one, if you want, is in France from 22nd till 29th. The other one is in Mexico, a little bit far away, but then we have other ones in France from 7th of September till 14th September. If you have any question, you can ask me or Eric or Duarte or a lot of people here, and we are happy to support everybody who wants to feel the emotions with consciousness. Please, a big hug also, a big applause for all these beautiful people who had them. Thank you. Tomorrow